Hey Sunrise, it's Andrew here with your small group questions for this week as we dive into Matthew 5, 10 through 12 as we bring the beatitudes to a conclusion and finish our opening to the Sermon on the Mount. And so we've been looking at the beatitudes and we come to the final one that has the phrase here before us, blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice, me glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets that were before you. So as we look at these verses, why is this a fitting end to the Beatitudes? Why does Jesus end this description of life in the kingdom with the knowledge that persecution will come? So thinking about these things, when you look at this, why does he even double the blessing? Why does he repeat himself? Doesn't repeat himself anywhere else, yet here we have this double repetition. Blessed are you when you're persecuted, and then he says, blessed are they, and then blessed are you. Why does he then personalize the reality of this text? So we have all these very general, blessed are they, and then here, blessed are you. What is the significance of the personalization of this text? Then as you think about this text, he kind of highlights two areas of persecution. So he says, blessed are those who are persecuted. And then here he talks about the way that they're spoken to and treated. So what is the significance of highlighting both a physical and a verbal persecution in the life of a believer and seeing these as blessings? And so as you work through it, as you think through it, what are some of the ways you can see this play out? What is also not persecution? So as we look at this text, he highlights that it's things that are said falsely and they're things said against you because of Christ. So how do those two things work together for our understanding of what true persecution looks like and what experiencing it means? And then as we bring the text to a conclusion, we see two key things. We see the blessing, of course, that it is theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So how is that the bookend to the whole thing? How does it bring it together that those who are lowly in spirit and persecute share the same blessing? How does that make us view the whole text itself? And then, of course, he also connects this blessing with the idea that those who experience these things are like the prophets who have gone before. Why does that stand out to us? What about the prophets who have gone before gives us encouragement from this text? And so as you think about these things, what ultimately do we see as the Beatitudes? Why does Jesus begin the Sermon on the Mount with the Beatitudes? How does this help us launch forward into what we will study over the remaining 2.5 chapters as this sermon begins to pick up steam and looking at what it means to live a life in the kingdom? So hope that you spend some time in the text, of course, hearing the sermon on Sunday, and living this out throughout our small groups. Can't wait to see you guys soon.